So what are you expecting from the side of Luminosity then? How are they going to find a way to maybe shut down Octane or exploit the fact that he's all alone at that site?
I think smokes. They need to somehow keep smokes.
So smokes along with maybe like a thermal ban?
Yeah, and a thermal ban would definitely help as well. And then realistically for me, I think the water control for them is going to be something key. Utilizing
well, there's always an update to this map.
It's
a little bit easier to spot those players in the water, but still, I mean, you're able to get from one bomb site to another by use of that river.
We do see, I think the teams are switching sides for this map. We've got it all set up for you. Rise will wind up being CDP here. I believe that's a switch.
Defense, yeah.
So something kind of new we'll be seeing in this Game 5. The map is starting up, and as we load on in, got to give a quick shout out to G Fuel. One of the reasons why I'm still able to speak right now and function at the venue. Great people to have here. Always bring a lot of energy. They have people going around the venue on the hoverboards and whatever those young kids do nowadays. Revan, you
own a hoverboard.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that. I ride mine literally every single day.
All right, so we're moving into the ban and protect phase for this upcoming game on Hunted Search and Destroy. Already we see the high caliber, the thermal, and the flashbang going. So there goes the SVG. Now it looks like Rise, they're sticking with their game plan, get the tacticals out of the game. Everything else pretty standard.
And you can kind of see that's a Luminosity ban of the SVG not wanting to give Octane the option to use it. Rapid fire and high caliber, the two that we see so often off the board. Flashbang and concussion as well. Final things you would like to possibly see, maybe Heat Wave on this map because of how strong it can be for those B-side pushes.
Maybe even Overdrive,
especially flying out of so much ground. I think Overdrive would be something that would kind of be not too high on the priority list. I think it's going to be Kinetic or Heat Wave.
It's going to be the Shiva.
It's the Shiva.
Okay,
so
that's a fine ban as well. You know, lots of long-range lines of sight, especially with the strength of the secondary weapons in this game.
Oh, for sure. And now as we head into the Specialist draft, Revan, Vision Pulse, it makes so much sense, right? Because you have Octane holding that by himself. If he sees the pressure coming in, he ducks behind cover, pops that Vision Pulse, and now not only will it cut the outlines of the opponents who are coming across the bridge from him near that B site, it'll also spot the players who are threats to him in the water, coming through that middle kind of waterfall area. So he gets all the information he could ever need to continue to hold 1BX on that site, whether it's 2 players, 3, or 4.
And you're definitely going to see Kinetic Armor, Heat Wave, and Camo used by both these teams. Where the variance comes in is going to be Overdrive versus Vision Pulse. And Psychosis is definitely a great one for this map as well. It could be a distraction at both bomb sites. But Octane with that Vision Pulse, we're really looking for him because, as you were saying, you could get so much information if you use that pulse in the right spot.
Oh, definitely. And now you got to wonder, Overdrive on this map, the times I've seen it, it's typically been near the A site towards that red room where they rush right across the big bridge, right down outside that river. They try to sneak into red room, catch their opponents off guard. Reminds me a lot of a timing on like the likes of Fringe, right, where you get through Middle Street and right into bricks. You kind of get past the player before he peeks that top bridge side. You sneak into red and you shoot him right in the back as you enter out of that back side. Rise still looking.
What's Classic doing right now?
Calm and collected. That's what he's doing right now in the booth. And on the other side of things, you've got the boys of Luminosity just hanging out. Map 4. 5 about to be underway. Hunted, Search, and Destroy. Revan, this is it for Luminosity if they can't clutch up here.
Yeah, obviously a must-win map for them. If they lose this, they lose the grand final. And the player I'm looking out for to step it up for Rise, I got to go with Classic, man. Didn't get a single kill in the first Search and Destroy.
Ooh.
If he's able to find a couple here, he could propel his team to another land victory.
Those are beautiful. The trophies.
I might take one.
Center stage. You probably won't because you just said that on air, and that's evidence of theft. There's a look at those trophies. Definitely want to take those home. So not only do you get the biggest prize, you also carry those beautiful things. Put them on the trophy case. How many trophies do you have, Revan?
They're all digital.
That's what I thought. Same with me. So we're in the same boat. Equal skill COD players yet again. The map is loading in. The bright and beautiful Hunted will be played. Revan, round count for this game. Who do you think takes it?
I think Rise are going to be able to close it out here, but I think it's going to go the distance. I'm thinking something like a 6-4 scoreline.
All right, I got Rise taking this one 6-1. They'll win the tournament.
No faith in LG to win a couple more rounds?
Unfortunately, right now, Rise just look unstoppable. I think Octane's going to drop 11 kills.
11 kills?
11 and 4.
All right.
All right. Bold prediction for me, but it's going to pay off.
All right, so starting this one off with the Luminosity players quickly. I just want to flip through and see what kind of stuff they're using. So M8, 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 M8. All right, no variance whatsoever between these players.
Not a lot of variety, but okay. There's a reason they picked that weapon. It's because it's very strong from range. already. Replays, known for his nades and search and destroy, tries to hit the player for being attention behind that cover, and that's going to be first blood already for Classic. He's got more kills in the first 18 seconds of this game than the entirety of map 2.
That's what I like to see. Classic really stepping up for his squad, but you know, very early on, still 3-3. It looks like LG, they're going to get up for this B-bomb type push. This is where Octane's going to be playing it. Well, that's why. He's got the Locust out. Does find the kill onto John, but Saints is there for the trade. So 2-on-2 as Spacey making his way over towards the bomb site. He's in a bit of an engagement. He's forced to back down as Rise just trying to waste time off that clock.
Yeah, I mentioned how Luminosity would need to utilize the water as both players jump into it, use it as cover. Classic and Looney up against Saints and Spacely. Spacely's found the player in the back of the map. It does appear so. There's going to be an engagement here. Spacely will get one kill. The trade coming in from Classic, but Saints is there to clean it back up. Luminosity take round 1 of Game 5 after some nice trades throughout the map.
Yeah, good teamwork by LG, just pushing through together. Right, it doesn't matter if you agree with the play call from your teammate, as long as you work together. Teamwork will always prevail in the end, Jack. Remember that.
We'll make note of that one, Revan. Another thing to make note of, Octane using that Locust by himself at the B site.
He was able to find one kill, but he was just immediately traded out.
That's his area. He's in charge of that. Him actually only getting one kill, I'm pretty sure he was upset with himself. Even though he traded it, got so much info for his team, he typically loves to rack in 2, maybe 3 per round. And already Rise are going to hit this wall run towards the B site. They've got it cleared out, and they should be getting this bomb down momentarily.
Check out Looney, man. If he backs up to his spawn, he could find a couple of players as Octane. He's going to win his fight against Replays. One player looks like he's coming in around the back. That's going to be Saints. Now has the HCXD to work with. We'll find one more in the water, but he gets cleaned up all down to John. A 1-on-3 for him. Tough road ahead, but John might find the opening to do it right here. The players line up. Can't finish the kill. Slack cleans up John as Rise answer back.
Rise now 5 rounds away from taking home the championship. Slack sitting right behind that bomb, and there's the reason why, as when you can see any player cross when they begin to walk up towards the site. Great use of the VMP, also running long barrel on that weapon to give himself that little bit of extra kind of downrange accuracy and shots. But now, I mean, let's see, does Classic elect to wind up, sorry, does Octane elect to wind up using that overkill sniper yet again? Or, sorry, not overkill, no, just gonna go with the M8.
All right, so we're going to switch back over to the LG guys. It's going to be the HCXD to maybe be a distraction over near the B site while his teammates push over near A. But action already going down. Replays with first blood, but he's immediately traded out by Looney. As Saints will intro this HCXD into the B bomb site. We'll see nothing here. So maybe he calls out to his team to do a bit of rotation, and that's what John's doing right now. The HCXD does spot these players at the end of the tunnel. John can get some positioning and try to cut them off as they try to re-enter into the site. Really
love this rotation from John. That HC pushed all the way through this area of the map, so they know, hey, this is clear for now. We can definitely make a play off this one. Saints finds his second team kill of the round, and now it's a number advantage over to Luminosity. They're getting that objective down, and they're looking to take their second round of the game as Saints makes the odds even better. It's going to be a 1v3 for Slack. This round 3.
He's going to challenge his player on the bomb, but both LG players are going to stack up. Spacey picks up the kill. So far, both teams are trading rounds back and forth as we enter round number 4.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you could just see Luminosity, they had the plan executed once they got that first kill, I believe, by Replays. It was all easy from there. No hesitation from John Revan. It's what you love to see to go for that push right through that B tunnel.
Well, Saints get so much information with the HCXD, right? He brings it right into the tunnel, sees nobody defending the B bomb site from the side of Rise. So easy call for him to make, saying, hey, you know, just go over to the B site. I don't see anybody. It'll be a free plant. And he's even able to pick up another kill after that on somebody over near the A bomb site. So causing some doubt in the minds of the Rise players. But now they're entering the offensive round of their own. Let's switch over to Looney. He's being the most aggressive player. He's already got positioning to work with.
And this is going to be a key engagement for John. Oh my God, that timing as he jumped right in towards bottom middle map. He's going to peek right back up. There's already Rise players ready and waiting for him. They've got some bullets. He somehow stays alive momentarily, but Classic is in the water to shoot him right in the back. Right above him actually, to shoot it right down on top of him. He's going to get his second kill of the round with the help of Looney, and numbers over to Rise, looking like a round prime for their taking.
Yeah, they have the entire backside cover as well, so it's not like LG can kind of rotate back and take control of their base and fight from that area of the map. Slack will be watching that side of the map as Classic wins his fight against Saints. It's all down to Replays the 1-on-4 as he pushes his way into the bomb site. We'll find one. Takes down Liddy. Can he find the second? No, he cannot. Slack comes around from the back door as it's going to be Rise answering back once again. all tied up at 2 rounds apiece.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of made it look easy there, Revan. They caught their opponents off guard with that push into top red, and then from there on out, it was all about the trades.
Yeah, John did his best to stay alive,
Yep,
but
it just wasn't enough. And I mean, when you're the only player on that side of the map and you get an unfortunate timing, that's typically what winds up happening. Overall, standout so far this game, Saints currently 5-2, Classic 6-2, definitely stepping up from his 0-7 performance on map 2.
yeah, he's got 6 more kills than he did on the first S&D, which is good, and he still has the opportunity to get more. So it's going to be another A-bomb site push for the guys on LG. Let's see if they can find the first blood here. No, it's going to be Slacked. He takes on replays, but Looney also putting himself in a good position. Saints could go along the wall run, maybe flank him out here. So close to spotting him out. Ooh, unfortunate timing for Saints right there, as Looney was just waiting. Classic finds another, all down to John, and this is looking really good for Rise in this round.
Yeah, and you know, Looney knew like exactly where he'd want to position himself, right? They had someone who peeked top red. They saw pressure near bridge. He played that back rock, just checked his wall run, checked the front, checked his wall run, checked the front. Wound up checking his wall run, and he caught a Sainting sprint. A Sainting sprint. Well, I just said it completely backwards.
You need some G Fuel, man.
I do. It's been a crazy weekend here, and Rise Nation take a round lead. Now 3 rounds away from closing out the series.
Yeah, Classic about to earn some streaks as well as his active Camo. And Camo can make some really big plays on this map, maybe entering over towards the B-bomb site, running right down the middle of the map. A lot of utility can be gained from that specialist, but Rise looks like they might just try to brute force their way into that B-bomb site once again. A nice boost slide from Slacked, or ledge slide, as he makes his way onto the bomb site. Nobody here from LG. This is such a quick plant.
And look at that. Within 21 seconds, it's down. And now it's up to LG to go in for the break. Oh, hello. Looney gets taken down. Octane, though, prepared for the push to come in. Does get the better of him there is Spacely. Number advantage, even back out 2-on-2. Spacely and Replays going up against Classic and Slack. One player has been spotted. Classic gets a better of him. It's a 1-on-1. Replays versus Classic with 20 seconds remaining.
These guys used to team together. They live a couple minutes away from each other. Back along out of the HCXD from Classic, though. No flak jacket from Replays as Rise start to build their lead here in Search and Destroy. They're getting closer and closer to winning the grand finals here. Let's watch it again. Classic with the HCXD closing the gap so quickly between that and Replays. Blows it up close enough to pick up the kill. Rise, they're looking really good here in Search and Destroy, Jack.
Great stuff as they continue to carry on in this series. Just 2 rounds away. You love the aggressive play they just showed on offense. We'll see what they can get done on the defensive side.
All right, so Spacely getting closer and closer to earning his Heat Wave. Replays pretty far up from his Camo, as well as the overdrive from Saints. And John, he's not even halfway towards his kinetic armor, but it's going to be a bit of an aggressive play from Classic. He's got some position to work with over near middle map. Replays, though, right behind him. If he's able to turn, might catch Classic off guard, but for the most part, LG just really trying to feel their opponents out, trying to see if anybody from Rise is being overextending just a little bit as Replays. He gets some sort of revenge as he takes out Classic for first blood.
Oh, definitely, and this is kind of what I was expecting more from Luminosity, right? The presence in water, trying to use it as not only a tool to get some cover, but also as a way to spot key positions on the map, top, middle, bottom, middle, and even that wall run in through the waterfall, and it looks like Luminosity have elected to push in towards the one site. Spacely will get this bomb planted. Number advantage to Luminosity, looking to bring this game within 1 round.
Yeah, this is going to be very tough for Rise to break, especially because Spacely has his Heat Wave now. This is such a close-quartered fight. Heat Wave is going to have a huge effect on any Rise player that decides to push in and challenge Spacely. So Spacely is going to be watching that back door, but here comes Replays coming around the long flank. Will spot one player down low as Looney picks up Saints. His Replays, he might find two. Yes, he spots both players. Good discipline shown by Replays. He just needs to execute on these kills. Will find one, takes on Octane, gets the second as well with some help from John, as it's all down to Slacked. He makes it down to a 1v2, but not a lot of time left on the clock. Luminosity stop the bleeding and take their 3rd round.
Like that from Slack there, right? You saw he had the kinetic armor ready to go. Instead of trying to force a crazy play, he just holds on to it. You can even tell right there. You'd almost feel kind of how badly he wanted to try to make a hero play with that special.
There's only 14 seconds left.
Yeah.
Good presence of mind not to pop it and waste it.
He knows just to hold off. Instead of trying to be kind of a madman hero crazy play, let me save it for a bigger round, maybe on this offensive side.
Classic also has his Camo. We were talking a bit about that earlier in this game. Heat Wave still available for Luna, and we just spoke about the kinetic armor from Slack. So Octane just missing that vision pulse as these players, they might spot each other here along the bridge. Octane in position to make plays happen. He's going to throw a nade out over towards the red truck, blows it up, takes down Saints, knows there's at least one more near the area, but it's going to be John saving his teammate. But Looney around the back, he finds one, can't clean up the second. As now, it's a 1-on-2 for Looney.
The challenge for both players. He's got one in the sight. He
falls
off the map. It's now a 1v1. Looney
he spots him.
And I think Looney has wound up seeing him. He's going to try to chase down this kill. He doesn't know where the player has gone to. Replays continues to back up, trying to buy as much time as possible. He does get away. Looney has lost vision of him.
Yeah, just quiet.
And I love that decision from him. Back up. You know, I've chased him all the way into my spawn. Now let me get this objective down.
And now Replays, he's got a lot of ground to make up as the bomb gets planted over towards the A bomb site. He's got to try to deduce where Looney's going to be, but could you think of a better specialist you would want here other than Heatwave?
I mean, you really couldn't. You can make an argument for kinetic armor, but even that, a headshot can make the difference. Heatwave will stop them right in their tracks. Looney just has to see him.
Perfect play from Looney, just buying so much time. Might even spot Replays here at a long distance. No, Replays will get around the corner, but I mean, Replays is covering a lot of ground. There's not a lot of time left on the bomb timer. Yeah, Looney spots it, gets away. That should be the round win right there.
Dancing around each other, and it's going to come down to this one moment here. The Heatwave being used. Looney cleans it up. Rise Nation 1 round away. Looney, beautifully done there as he just kind of read Replays like a book down to the final moment. Didn't try to panic shoot or anything, just knew with that angle there was no way he dies in that engagement. And now Luminosity find themselves down. Backs against the wall in the grand finals, what could potentially be the final round of UMG South Carolina.
Right, so just Heatwave available for the guys on Luminosity, but they have to go up against the Camo from Classic as well as the kinetic armor from Slacked. We'll switch back over to Luminosity. It's going to be Spacely, the player with Heatwave. They got to make a play happen from this and take a look at Rise. They're being so aggressive right through here with the use of Camo from Classic. Hasn't found anybody just yet. But there you go. He's going to open things up as he takes down Spacely, but is immediately traded out. 2 alive for both teams.
And here's the issue. Even though it's 2 alive for both teams, it actually winds up favoring Luminosity because they know where Octane is in the general area of where he is on the map. They've spotted him, but Octane still somehow finds a kill.
It's all on the Saints.
It's now up
He's got one
Saints
burst.
In a 1v2. He's got to reload as well, and both players are on the screen. This is deadly. Not going to work out.
No.
He had no idea. He had no idea he needed to reload, and that's going to do it. Rise Nation are your UMG South Carolina champions down to the final moment. It was Octane getting the kills in the last round, and well, you saw Saints had no idea there was one burst left. This team, not only did they get 3rd place, this 3rd seed heading into this event, but guess what they did, Revin? They came into it, they won their respawn game modes, and they even clutched up in the S&D Luminosity's, one of their stronger game modes here, to win the tournament. Rise Nation. Well, you go back to Totino's. They won that one. Now they win UMG South Carolina. What a job from them. 6-3 in round count to close it out.
Yeah, well played. You got to give it up to Classic as well as Looney. Those guys had some big games here in this final map.
Wow.
10-5 for Classic. Looney finishes at 9-5. You think back to him clutching that 1v1 with a brilliant use of Heatwave there. Phenomenal performance from everybody on Rise.
And what really came down to it, Revin, was it looked like they were in control of the entire series.
Yeah.
From start to finish, they played their game. The respawns were in their terms. Even down to, you even saw it in the CTF. Look at how comfortable they looked with their routes. Rise Nation standing front and center. Boys, go ahead, hoist those trophies. Your UMG South Carolina champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the venue, give it up for Rise Nation. And I mean, Revin, from all the upsets we saw today, right, with everything that kind of came to fruition after Envy lost, after you saw Complexity lose, after you saw Optic Gaming lose, after you even saw FaZe lose, it left this Rise Nation squad, one of the top teams in the World League, to really go through their pathway of success to take home the championship. And look at the smiles on their faces. What a victory for these boys, and Classic still hasn't shown an ounce of emotion even before that series started.
I mean, they definitely did not look like the strongest team coming into this event, but when it comes down to land, when it comes down to an opportunity to win, Rise, they capitalize on that moment, and they just get the job done.
You can really kind of harp on the fact that, you know, people were saying, oh, Totino's really means nothing. You know, it was just a one-day thing. It was such a quick
They do it
event.
again.
They come back again. and they do it. And you know what? You can also make that argument of, the best teams were knocked out. Well, guess what? They beat the teams they had to, and that's why they won here today. Looking forward to continuing to watch this Rise Nation team not only perform on LAN, but online in the COD World League. These guys have what it takes to be one of the best teams in the world, and they continue to prove that time and time again. I mean, Revan, this lineup, when you look at them from top to bottom, you've got to be impressed from what you saw. Biggest standout for you this weekend from Rise Nation?
Octane, man, goes huge in that game one. Almost drops 50 kills, almost got like 3 rates on the map. But I also got to give a shout out to the guys over on Luminosity Gaming. They've had their struggles in their online league. Everybody's impressed that they made it this far. So hopefully they can kind of translate that back into the Call of Duty World League and work their way back up the standings.
I think this was an eye-opening weekend for a lot of the teams that kind of struggle in the league, and a lot of things that people were kind of having questions about coming into the LAN. Team Liquid, are they the real deal? Whether it's their online performance, is it going to transfer over to LAN? Well, yes, it did. Top 4 performance from them. Obviously, Optic Gaming, Envy, FaZe, all dominating in the World League. They come here.
They fall early on.
And they fall early on in the best of 7 single elimination. Definitely a very intense kind of tournament setup where every map matters so much, especially when you have the potential of only playing, 5 in a weekend if you lose a series. Pretty ridiculous stuff.
Yeah, so props once again to the guys over on Rise Gaming. They walk away with the championship as well as those $28,000 that goes to the first place winner.
$28,000.
$28,000.
Yes. So pretty nice purse for them to take home. And I think what's even more important for them is, they not only take that home, but they've kind of proved again that they are strong on LAN. They're not a team to be forgotten about. I do believe, though, we've got our champions, Rise Nation,